Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we get into this next video, I wanted to take a moment to thank all of my crowned kings and queens for supporting Crowned by Kenzie. Your support has meant the absolute world to me. And to all of my new viewers, by the end of the next video, make sure you as well subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so that way you too can become one of our crowned kings and queens. Now, before we go, cheers to all of you guys. Now get into this intro, and I'll see y'all in the next video. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Who's in the room? Who's in the building? Happy Friday night. Happy Friday night, y'all. I'm a little bit late. Well, I ain't gonna say late. I'm right on time. I decided to not put a time on when I was gonna go live, but just do it when I felt like doing it. And after everything else I had to do today, I felt like doing it. And now it's the right time. So tonight is the night. Y'all ready to get into it? So how's everybody week been? Listen, I've had one hell of a week. I'm glad it's over. Today it just was no better. I'm glad that shit is over. And now we're here to sip our drinks. I hope y'all got your drinks ready. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, make sure. Okay. Liz, I'm right on time. Like, listen, I'm right on time. I just when it seems like when I put a time, an exact time on it, I something always happens. So tonight I just wanted to let it flow. Y'all know, like Tony Braxton, let it flow. So yeah. All right, but everybody's having a good week. Y'all got y'all drinks ready. It ain't too late for a cocktail, so go ahead and pull them out. I'm just starting mine. Um, Tonight I'm gonna be drinking an old fashioned. You guys can see it, probably barely. I mean, you can see my orange peel in here, made with Crown Royal. Tell them they can go ahead and stay. Tell your company to stay too, and go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Tell them, Lizzie. Mm. Cheers to the weekend, y'all. That was good and strong, but it's good enough for me, y'all. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to get lit? Again, I hope y'all had a good weekend, and we just gonna play this show by ear. That's how we're gonna do it from now on. Gonna let it be what it's gonna be. All right, guys. So with that being said, y'all know what time it is. Ooh, that's a catchy little tune. Mm, mm, I like that. All right, y'all, let's get into the shits. Before we get into all the shits, I want to share this story today. It's pretty sad and heartbreaking. Did you guys hear about the family over from where are they, Spain or Europe or somewhere? I think they're from Spain. But they died in the helicopter crash over in the Hudson River in New York. They were on one of those New York company tours that tour around the city or whatnot or whatever. I've never been on one. Praise the Lord. Um, but yeah, a family perished. I want you guys to watch this now. This video is a little bit graphic, so viewer discretion is advised. If you don't want to see it, feel free to turn your head, look down, go and make you another cocktail, whatever have you. But we're gonna share it. It was in the news, so we're gonna share it right here. Look, y'all. Okay.
6 people have died from that helicopter crash in New York City into the Hudson River. Remember, this happened just after 3:15 p.m., so just over an hour ago at this point. We know the fire department there in New York quickly was on scene, was able to get rescue boats out there, hoping that they could find people alive. But again, the Associated Press reporting now that 6 lives were lost in that crash. Of course, as more additional information comes in addition to this tragic new detail, we'll be sure to pass it along to you here on News 3 and on WTKR.com.
All right, did y'all see that from the start? Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I was trying to read something. Hey, Miss Prada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, it is terrible, guys. That's horrible. I was gonna replay it again, but you know what? I don't even want to show that again, the video. But let me just read. So, according to the neighborhood talk, all 6 people aboard a helicopter were killed Thursday afternoon when it crashed into the Hudson River near Lower Manhattan, law enforcement sources informed ABC News. The victims included the pilot, 3 adults, and 3 children. The passengers were reportedly tourists from Spain. That's where they were. The helicopter had been airborne for about 15 minutes before the crash. Witness video showed the aircraft plunging into the river without a tail rotor or main rotor blade. So they said that before this, I think it's in one of these upcoming videos, you can see the pieces of the helicopter falling off before the actual helicopter hit the water, before it even, started to descend. So witness video showed the aircraft plunging into the river without a tail rotor, blah, blah, blah. Eyewitnesses Danny Horvath told ABC News she saw the helicopter fall out of the sky from her apartment window. Ooh. That's very, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. First off, we're going to start and give our condolences to that family. I heard that it was a Siemens family, not Seaman, but Seaman. Y'all know, like the y'all know, like the electronics, Siemens, Siemens or something like that. It was that family that was on that helicopter. And again, condolences to their families, because that's just horrible. I mean, very, very tragic and very horrible. Um, I was reading, I was reading somewhere that um mhm. I was reading somewhere that it was some, how they have, what is it called? It was some reviews out there that of this company, it's New York Tours or something like that. It was some reviews dating back to earlier part of March or the ending of March, whatever have you. But somebody posted, Trust Pilot, somebody posted a review that the helicopter, I guess they were getting ready to try to book for a tour. The helicopter, for lack of better words, were very janky and very sketchy and falling apart. So I don't know if the family of this family, the family of the Siemens family, I'm sure they're gonna throw a lawsuit out there. Hell, I would. There's no amount of money that can bring your family back, but I guess it can make them a little bit more comfortable with a few more millions in their pockets, whatever have you. But um, yeah, I'm hopefully they can go back and they can find that review and use that for their lawsuit, that someone had reported in the past that the helicopters were falling apart. That's crazy. I just don't know what to say about that one. That's really, really crazy. And let me show y'all this one too. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me just show y'all this one real quick too. Hold on.
Plane down in Boca Raton, Chopper 6 over that wreckage right there on the train tracks. You can see it clearly on your screen right now. It happened on Military Trail right near Glades Road. NBC6's Amanda Placencia has arrived on the scene.
Well, he arrived here on the scene just a few moments ago, and what I can tell you is that a small plane went down here in Boca Raton. And I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the scene. You can see the tail of that small plane sticking out, as well as debris next to that blue tarp along the fence, as investigators are out here working to find.
Plane down in Boca Raton, Chopper 6 over that wreckage right there on the train tracks. You can see it clearly on your screen right now. It happened.
All right, guys. So it just does not get any better, right? Prayers up. According to the Shade Room, 3 people have been announced deceased, and 1 person was left injured after a small plane crashed in Boca Raton, Florida on Friday. Now, y'all know when I get ready to retire, I'm moving to Boca Raton. I'm moving down to Boca. Keep in mind, I already told y'all, so don't be shocked when it happens. But according to the NBC6, the 3 deceased are those who were on board, and the 1 man who was injured was in a vehicle on the ground. Now, ain't that some shit right there? You driving down, making your way downtown, in your car, and a plane come out of the sky from nowhere and it just and crash into you. You expect a car to crash into you, but not a whole damn plane. Oh, his luckily he was not killed. He was injured. But I mean, damn, that's some kind of way to get injured by a plane fall out the sky. What are the chances? That got to be like 1 in 50 million or 100 million. Wild. But the crash, his injuries have been described as non-life threatening. The crash took place not too far from Boca Raton Airport and Interstate 95. Flight Radar 24 reports that the flight appeared to be circling in the air as it was turning back around to Boca Raton Airport. Boca Raton Fire Rescue Assistant Chief Michael LaSalle said the crews responded after there were reports of the plane having mechanical issues. The FAA says the plane was a Cessna 310, crashed around 10:20 a.m. The plane was making its way from Tallahassee International Airport. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't messing with no Cessna. I don't want no parts of it. Don't try to put me on one. I don't want no damn parts of no Cessna. Y'all know that's what Aaliyah died on, right? A Cessna. So every time I see that name, it never means anything good. If you look at a lot of the plane crashes, it was always a Cessna. Something, especially small plane crashes, not the jumbo jets like with Delta and Southwest and those other larger airlines, but the smaller planes, they're always Cessnas and they're always crashing. Something is just really, really weird about that. But I tell you what, I don't want no parts of it. I don't give a damn where I gotta go. If I look and they say I'm getting on the Cessna, I'm gonna turn the hell right back around. Refund, please. I want no parts. And just when I was just saying about 2 nights ago, all right, I think everything's done. I feel comfortable. I might be feeling back comfortable to fly again. Hell no. Mm-mm. Hell no. Give me another 6 months. Maybe I'll feel better then. Because not only this one, but it's another story too that was out there, y'all, that another plane at the Reagan Airport in DC, it clipped another plane. Something I screw all that shit. I'm over these planes. But hell, as we can tell from that last story, you can't even be in your damn car because the plane will come and hit your car. So I don't know. Stay in your damn houses under the bed. That's what I feel like I'm gonna do. Stay in the house under the bed. I'm gonna tip out every now and again. And when I gotta go, whatever. Moving right along, y'all. All right, so let me share this story with y'all too. I was driving to the mountains this week, and I heard this story on I think it was Ricky Smiley. No, I was listening to a podcast and I heard this story. So let me share this with y'all. It's crazy. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. All right, a Florida principal is reportedly on leave following his arrest for skip scanning at Walmart self checkout. Gregory Lewis, the principal at Bach Academy North in Lake Wells, Florida, was caught by Walmart security personnel skip scanning items at a self checkout register. So y'all know what skip scanning is because a lot of y'all don't do it. So don't even come in here front like you didn't. I've never done it, me personally. I'm not like y'all. Some of y'all done did it. Go ahead. Hold on. Did I show it to y'all? Hold on. Wait a minute. Did it come to the stage? Okay, there it is. There it is, just in case y'all didn't see it. But anyway, I ain't like some of y'all, y'all heathens go into the Walmart and be skip scanning. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and comment and let me know if you skip scan. We ain't gonna tell nobody. Walmart don't know where y'all live at. Go ahead and comment and let me know. Who's in the room? Who's in the room? Y'all got y'all cocktail? What y'all drinking? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell so that way you know when my late ass decide to jump on. All right. He ain't innocent. So anyway, Gregory Lewis, like I said, he was skip scanning at a self-checkout register. The scheme involves customers ringing up less expensive items in their carts to avoid paying for pricier items. I personally never did it because I'm too damn scared to do something like that. And I ain't gonna hold you. One time I did mistakenly, okay, forget to scan a ginger root, but that was it. So I guess guilty. But it was just a ginger root. And I think that shit was too damn high anyway. Aldi's were closed. So, anywho, Lewis reportedly hid the items, including light bulbs, bacon, and frozen shrimp. Them shit's $5 a damn bag under disposable plates. The middle school principal attempted to get out of paying $37.45. Count it out loud. $37.45. Not 37,000. $37.45 over some damn bacon. Really? According to reports, Lewis admitted to trying to leave the store without paying for the products. He reportedly told police that he got the idea from a friend who got away with it. Now ain't that some shit right there? You want to try to rat your friend out because you don't want to got caught. Your ass is too old to be stealing out them folks Walmart and stealing some damn bacon. Stealing some damn bacon. And what else he took? I was trying to find the other part of it. Yeah, bacon and light bulbs and frozen shrimp. Come on now. I know prices of groceries are going up, but damn, is it that serious? Yeah, we know the prices are high. The prices are high, but let me tell y'all something. According to what I heard, he paid an even higher price for doing that because not only did he lose his job, he also lost the rights to his retirement fund, which I remember it being around 100 or 200 and something $1,000. So that 37.45 costs you your whole retirement fund because y'all know when y'all work for these people jobs, even though you're off work, yeah, Miss Prada, yeah. Even though you're off work, a lot of times y'all don't pay attention when y'all go into these people's job and you sign these contracts and you accept these jobs. They have a certain clause in there. What you do outside of work can also have an effect on your job, especially if it's something that jeopardizes, compromises the morals and the values of that particular company. So when you accept the job, make sure you read through the fine print. Even though you're off work, that shit can still come back and haunt you and cost you your job. And in his case, it's definitely cost him his job. Because y'all know the school system, even though no, I ain't gonna get into that. How long they gonna whatever. Um But yeah, the school systems, y'all know they're not gonna allow these people to embarrass them. You know, they try to hold a certain code of ethics. So they're just not going to allow that. And so him going into that store and skip scanning with his old ass, he's lost everything for $37.45. Now, had you just retired and took your retirement pension, you would have had a couple of hundred Ks to get out there and buy you several packs of bacon and light bulbs and frozen shrimp. Not even fresh shrimp. What the hell? Frozen shrimp? Child, he need his ass whooped. I ain't even gonna lie. He do. He really do. Mm-mm-mm. I wonder, do you have a wife? She need to leave his ass. I would. I really would. Cause this ain't nothing. I'm not sticking behind somebody who dumb enough to go out there and steal some damn shrimp, some frozen shrimp, and no, child, please. I'll leave his ass so fast, please. Out the door. I wouldn't even go bail him out. Would y'all? Miss Prada, would you go bail him out? Not some damn shrimp. You done lost 100 and some K. Over $5.99 bag of shrimp, the medium sized one, deveined with the shell off. It just ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. Yeah, he tried all right. Let me move right along from this man. What y'all drinking? Who's in the room? Say hi. Say hi. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Now y'all know I'm always talking to somebody, so a lot of people I run into, they always say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch a show," but you know I'm quiet, so I'm gonna fade into the background. And I always tell them like, "Listen, don't be quiet and don't fade into the background." And if you're one of those people that I've talked to, don't fade into the background. Go ahead and say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know that y'all are here supporting Crowned by Kenzie. And make sure y'all following me on all social media platforms as well. Same name, Crowned by Kenzie. There's only one. I only have one page of each, except for my Facebook, which I have two. So make sure y'all are following me, and giving me some engagement. Thank you, boo. Thank you. You love the background. Lizzie, where are you? You kind of quiet in here. Thank you. You love the background. I tried to do a little something. I've been working all week to try to bring some more effects to this whole situation. But the devil wouldn't allow me. Yeah. But God said, I'm going to pull through. I'm going to circle back around on that ass. Yeah. So just wait. I'm going to do a little bit more to this show. But we making it. We're going to make it do what it do while it do it. Thank y'all for watching. All right. So let's move right along. Get his ass off my screen. Speaking of school, and speaking of school, y'all, this is another one right here. What the hell is going on in this school? Are they just not in these schools? And are they not being paid enough? What the hell is going on? Who are these people really hiring? You hiring petty thieves, freaks? Child, pay attention to this next door. I don't know. I have to keep my child at the house because I don't know who you send them to the school. We send these kids to school, to get an education, to be, in the care of people who we assume, they're educated, and just because they're educated, that does not make them smart. And people who are gonna love them and care for them and treat them as if they were their own kids. Your kids are going out the house for 8 hours a day, or however many hours they go to school, but they're with these people, and you just think these people are going to be doing the right thing when it comes to your kids. But y'all pay attention to this right here. Freak shit. And she one of us. Ugh, so unfortunate. Wait a minute, y'all know I just realized something. This is in Florida as well. What the hell is going on with the Florida school system down there? Maybe that's why that man DeSantis is trying to clear it out, and I don't know. Keep listening. Something going on in Florida. Y'all know what Charlemagne says. The craziest people in this world come from Florida and all of the Bronx.
Inappropriate comments, including to rub her feet like he loved her and that she was teaching him foreplay.
She didn't think he was massaging him the right way, so she massaged his arms and his shoulders, and then made the statement like, this will help teach you foreplay for when you have a girlfriend. That's how evil this conduct was. So she's in jail.
All of this reported to deputies by the principal after another counselor in the room sent it up the chain. And this wasn't the first time she made comments towards him.
She had made statements to him in the past to include calling him sexy chocolate. And that just added to our probable cause that she had a interest in him.
Sheriff Judd saying the boy's parents are disgusted.
We calmed the parents down and said, look, she's going to be held accountable for this outrageous conduct.
The Polk County School Board issuing a statement saying in part, this is abhorrent behavior for anyone who works among students, especially an administrator. This person no longer has any business being around children. But Sheriff Judd says parents should not worry.
It is a great school, and she's out. It's a safe place to send your children.
Kiva Lark is in jail facing lewd conduct and offenses against a student. At the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Evan Moon, Fox 13 News.
Ain't that some sick shit? I sentence her. I'm gonna sentence her. I'm gonna give her a sentence. I think her, especially hers probably need to be a little bit worse. But I think I want to give them a royal. I think both of them, those two teachers in Florida, they should have a royal thrashing or lashing or whatever the hell it's called. Whip their ass. And that's what the parents should have done. And the control the parent. Child, please calm the parents down. Ain't no way you could have calmed me down. You got my child rubbing your crusty ass feet. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ain't no way. Jesus. I'm telling you. It ain't no way. It would have took God Himself to come down here and just hold me back from her. You got my child rubbing your feet and you massaging my child and calling my child sexy chocolate. Oh no, ma'am. No, man. What would y'all do if that was y'all kid? What would y'all do? That's just wild. So let's get into it. According to the neighborhood talk, what's going on at these schools? Dr. Kevia Lark, assistant principal at Lake Marion Creek Middle School in Polk County, Florida, was charged with lewd conduct involving a student. The incident began when a 13-year-old middle school boy was sent to her office for throwing paper during an exam. According to police, Lark reportedly called the boy sexy chocolate and asked him for a foot massage as punishment for his behavior. Claiming he had nothing better to do from that point, she took off her shoes and laid her legs over his lap, instructing him to massage her feet. I just have no words. I have no words. I just, I'm telling you, it would have taken God Himself to come down and to get me off of her ass. It really would have. Because some things just does not make any sense. Was she horny? She ain't got no man at home. She don't have a woman at home. What the hell is wrong with this lady? You know, and that's what it sounds like. Okay, we got her out, but we still a good school. No. Mm-mm. I don't trust nobody at that point. I just don't trust them. Mm-mm. Hell no. Give her a royal lashing. Whoop her ass. Like, no. And get the principal from the Walmart. Yeah, the principal. Get his ass in there too, and get him one too. Not as bad as hers, because hers is more offensive. You messing with a child. His was petty and stupid. But hers is nasty and disgusting as hell. I just cannot understand for the life in me. What the hell do you see in a child? Anything with the word teen or preteen or anything before teen, ain't shit about that that does makes me move in any kind of way like that. That is nasty as hell. A child? What the hell can a child do for you? Obviously, get her a foot rub with her nasty ass. That's just crazy. That's crazy. I wonder how much her pension was. I wonder how much money she lost. She's a principal, so I'm sure she had a pretty nice pension too. So she lost all hers to get her crusty ass feet rubbed. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That part. It does. That part. That whole part. It's just nasty and disgusting. And look at her picture. Did she go to school that day with her hair looking like that? Cause she look a hot ass mess. What are those? Like micro braids or something? Sister locks? Mama like she been rolled hard and hung up wet. Child moving right along. All right, let's see what we got next coming up here. So, did y'all watch Real Housewives of Atlanta this past Sunday? It was really, really good. It was really good. And I was gonna log on and do a story about it, but I just do a video about it, but I just didn't. That that part. Yeah, so I was gonna log on and do a story about Real Housewives of Atlanta episode, this past episode, but I didn't feel like it. I just did not feel like it. I figured the shit would continue going as juicy as it was. I kind of figured the shit would continue on throughout the week, and we would eventually get to it. So y'all check this out. This comes from the latest episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and this is a conversation between Angela. Um, what is her name? Angela Oakley. Y'all know former basketball player Charles Oakley's wife. She's one of the new cast members on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was sitting down at a coffee shop having a conversation with her oldest daughter. And pretty much she says that her daughter are best friends, but she found out her daughter had gotten married and her daughter failed to tell her. So I want y'all to pay attention and just watch this clip. And it says sneak peek, but this just I've been saved this story, but the episode is already aired. But yeah, check this out. Y'all caught that? I didn't like that. When I first saw it and I watched the episode, I didn't like that shit whatsoever because y'all saw what she just did, right? And first off, let me say Miss Angela Oakley is so beautiful to me. She is so beautiful. Now she does, no shade, look like a Jackson. She looked like she could really be a Jackson for real. But she's beautiful. Like she's very, very beautiful. But did y'all catch that how her daughter just sat there and gaslit her? Y'all saw that. Y'all caught it, right? Her mom confronts her about the fact that she got married and her mom did not find out until 4 months later. And that's not because she told her mom. That is because her grandmother ratted her out and told her mom that her own daughter was married 4 months later. And she's sitting there crying. She starts crying and saying it's not fair. To eventually her mom to make her mom stop crying and her mom feel guilty. Now y'all see how that was just clear gaslighting. She shifted that whole issue off of herself and put the shit on her mom to make her mom feel bad. All of that energy, all that smoke that was for her, she put that right back on her mother, like it was her fault. I didn't like that whatsoever. And Angela says that her daughter's her best friend. When Angela, hey, I'm sorry to let you know, but obviously she's not. Because your best friend would not have hid that from you, especially not your best friend who just so happens to be your daughter. I feel like you would have known before anybody else in this world know, even if her grandmother didn't know or her aunts didn't know. I feel like the mom would have known about this. So to hide that from her own mom, no, she's not your best friend. And I just kept looking at the look on that girl's face, like something just was off about her. Y'all didn't catch that? Was it just me? Something was off about her. And then how quickly she stopped crying. Oh, this just ain't fair. It just ain't fair. I wouldn't have gave a shit if she sat there and cried. Oh well, I guess we'll sit here and cry together. Because I would not have shifted that blame on myself and started telling, don't cry, don't cry. No, cry. You should cry. Imagine how I cry as your parent because you hear something like that from me. And so, no, I wouldn't. Screw all that. Screw all of that. Let's move along. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, so y'all get into this. Did you guys all hear? I'm sure you have because it's been heard around the world about Kenya Moore, the whole situation with Kenya Moore revealing her castmate Brooke Edie. Kenya Moore at her Kenya Moore hair spa grand opening revealed a sexually explicit photo of Britt Ely in a very compromising position, giving a little mouth to cucumber resuscitation. Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear about it? I mean, it's been talked about all week long, and hell, it was even talked about before the season even started. So, what happened was Kenya Moore got into it with this girl, Britt Edie. She's new to the show, and y'all know Kenya Moore been on Housewives of Atlanta for many, many seasons. And so Britt came on the show, and it's like she had a wild hair up her ass for Kenya for some particular reason, and it felt like one of those situations where she was a fan of the show, and now she's on the show. So I know Kenya is the one I really should go after. So let me go after her, because she's gonna be if I pick a fight with her, she's gonna keep me on the show longer. That's what it felt like to me. It was all premeditated. She was a fan and she wanted to make Kenya her storyline. And then it started to feel like Britt went after Kenya because maybe again she's a fan, but when Kenya shaded her, then she may have felt like, oh no, I ain't gonna let this, I know she do everybody else like this, but she's not gonna embarrass me on TV. I'm gonna get her back. And so anyway, it seemed like Britt had a wild hair up her ass for Kenya. So it got to a point where it seemed like she just they were at a dinner, and she felt like Kenya didn't acknowledge her the way she wanted Kenya to acknowledge her, and then it kind of escalated from there. It seemed like she was just trying to pick at Kenya, pick, and then the next thing the girl Britt starts referencing her, you know, that her pistol and her whips and chains or whatever have you. What kind of damn bitch talking about some whips and chains? I understand she referenced her, her other pow pow, but you talking about who got whips and chains and shit and threatened somebody with that? What? I thought people were using whips these days for a good time. Ah, hey, if that's your thing, I ain't judging. But yeah, I thought people were using whips and shit to, for freaky times, not to be trying to threaten anybody. But anyway, so y'all know how Kenya goes. Like, if you go low, Kenya gonna take your ass below hell. And I don't even know what's under hell, what's past hell. And this time she really did it. Did it to the point where she done got her ass kicked off the show. And the girl Britt is still on the show. But I want y'all to take a peek at this just in case you didn't see it. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Make sure it's up here. All right.
I need to get everybody's attention, please. It was so good seeing you guys.
Oh, and before we get into that, I forgot to tell you guys at Kenya's grand opening, she technically did not invite this girl, but one of the other cast members brought Britt to try to, because Britt was so remorseful. So she sing. She was very remorseful and wanted to apologize to Kenya, so on and so forth. So she decided after she just technically threatened this girl with guns, she decided to show up at her event the next day or next week or whatever have you to apologize. I would have preferred that you did this off camera, but here we go.
I need to get everybody's attention, please. It was so.
That's wild. That's why Kenya said pay her dust. But in actuality, you didn't pay her dust. You gave her a moment at your grand opening. And the thing I did not like about this, and shout out to the Bravo Shade Room for that clip. The thing I did not like about this is the fact that Kenya kept referencing her daughter and how she did this for her daughter. Well, if you did this for your daughter and you did this to show your daughter a good example and show her as a little black girl that she can, achieve her dreams as you just did, why would you take this moment to do something like that and expose that girl? Now, I get why Kenya did it because all is fair in war. And I'll say that over and over again. All is fair in war. So just because you kick somebody, they don't mean they're gonna kick you back. They may chop your damn head off. And hey, you shouldn't have kicked them. You just never know what you're gonna get. But for her to take it that far, especially in that environment and her grand opening, to me that was very, very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. And really below the belt. Well, I'm not even gonna say below the belt again. No, because all is fair in war. But I'm gonna say it was very, very unnecessary at that particular place and time. And her saying that the girl's trying to take food out her daughter's mouth, I don't understand that part because where did she try to take food out of her mouth? I mean, she came for you and said, she referenced her whips and her pistol, but where was she going to try to take food out of your daughter's mouth? I didn't see any of that. So, um, that's when Miss Kenya came back and Kenya went ahead and she showed a video of the girl. And apparently the girl Britt was, doing some, like I said, doing some things with her mouth or whatnot. But there's always a backstory to a lot of situations. And if you wait long enough, the backstory will eventually come out. Okay. So according to a very popular blog, a YouTuber that I follow, just one of my favorites, Funky Dineva, he said on his show earlier this week that Kenya is friends with this girl, Britt's. No, Kenya is friends with this girl, Britt's current boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. Now the girl is very well known in Atlanta, and she's going to be even more known worldwide. In case you don't know her, and if you're a fan of Basketball Wives, she will be on this upcoming season. If I'm not mistaken, dating Ty Young. Y'all remember Ty, the basketball player, that women's basketball player that was dating Mimi Faust from Love and Hip Hop? She's gonna be on there. I think they're dating. They're gonna be on the new season of Basketball Wives, but the girl name is Ming Lee. Of course, again, she's well known in Atlanta. I don't know that much about her, but I know that she's a socialite or whatever have you in Atlanta. So according to Daniva, if I'm making sure I got this right, Britt's new man and Mean Lee are exes, whatever have you. And I guess Mean Lee and Britt were friends. Whatever, the shit is confusing. But apparently Ming and Britt do not get along. So that, if anything, gives you a little bit more insight into why Kenya took it to the place that she took it to expose a sexually explicit video of this girl. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. I don't want to confuse you because I damn near about confused myself with all this. Okay. Let me see, can I find the one where she hold on one second. Let me see, can I find it when she pulled the actual picture out. I'm not gonna show y'all the picture, of course not. Um, but let's see, can I find it, the clip of it. That's not what I want right there. Hold on. Let me see, can I find it for y'all? Okay, here it goes right here. That was way too much. Hold on. Oh, you can hear it. Hold on, Tori. Let me go back. Hold on one second. I didn't know you can't hear it. Let me go back. Okay, let me stop sharing it real quick. Hold on. Okay. All right, Tori. Let me try that again. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I thought you could hear it. Hold on. All right, here we go. She literally did throw it away. I think we all do. Like, we all love Kenya Moore, and Kenya Moore, her antics over the years, while they have been hilarious, a lot of them, this one right here just went way too damn far, and it cost her job. So we think, well, at least for this season. But look how everybody else, it's usually one person in the room that agrees with Kenya, like, oh well, one of the usually one of the co-stars or something. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Yeah, she ain't really give her she ain't give her, but I bet she carrying now because ooh, she screwed herself right out of a job. She screwed herself right out of a job, at least for this season. So, if anything, with her kept saying, "You're taking food out my daughter's mouth." If any food had to be taken out, which I highly doubt, because Kenny's too damn rich for that. Come on now. But if any food was taken out, You just took it out your daughter's mouth by doing that. Allegedly. Allegedly. You just took the food out your daughter's mouth because you pulled that stunt. And like I said, all is fair in war, but no, dog, that wasn't the way to go. And y'all know Bravo is extra sensitive during these times because Me Too movement, and y'all know Andy Cohen is going through allegedly going through his home situation when it comes to people throwing lawsuits on him, talking about alleged sexual assault. Y'all know that whole thing with Brandy Glanville, allegedly sexually assaulting or sexually assaulting Caroline Manzo. There's a whole lot of sexual assault lawsuits out there in the Bravo world. So for Kenya to pull this one, wrong place, wrong time, Kenya. And so again, with that whole situation with the ex-girlfriend Ming, it kind of gave a little backstory on okay, that's why Kenya did that. That maybe I'm just gonna say maybe that's the reason because you got beef with her friend. So she really was not gonna hold back on you. After everything was said and done, it felt like when she said I did my own research, she reached out to her friend who knew this girl. And pay attention because this gets a little bit deeper. Pay attention. All right. It gets a little bit deeper. All right. So Portia did a video, right? Portia, I don't know what she was on. She was doing a video. And pay attention. Just look. Just look.
Still on the show right now, who gave Kenya that nude information. No, I'm gonna expose that. Everybody needs to know who she is. That was crazy to me. And I said, y'all know something about Charles. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Just playing with her. But I guess I'm a good actress or hit a sore spot. There was a lot of going back and forth at the table. And at that point, Kenya says, peasant. She picks up what looked like a damn serving spoon and start hitting her damn glass like this. Attention, attention, attention. What, girl? What? Let's sip on that. Put a pin in that too. There is a housewife still on the show right now who gave Kenya that nude information. No, I'm gonna expose that. Everybody.
So I wonder who was it. I wish Portia would have just came out and told her. But anywho, Kenya responded and said, absolutely no one on the show gave me anything. Stop using my situation for clickbait. Portia then came back and said, that's a lie. We talked day and night, and I personally went to the network production and fought for you before you showed how you showed her underage explicit pics. Underage? Now ain't nobody say nothing about no underage now, Kenya, really? I also went after as well. I also went after as well because I was hurt you had to leave. I checked on you because I cared and care. I'm not your enemy, Kenya. Okay. Underage. Come on, Kenya. Man, you got to this. Oof. Just went way too far with that one. But there's a little bit more. And it's going to tie back into what I said. Give me just a second. Let me pull that back up. Let me show you this. It's gonna tie back into exactly what I was trying to tell y'all. All the pieces will come together. All right, look at this one. Remember I was telling you about the Ming Lee girl that's gonna be on the new season of Basketball Wives? Look. All right. So Britt Edie is claiming, and this is all alleged, all allegedly. Britt Edie is claiming that Ming Lee told her that she had explicit images of her saved on her phone, and Ming Lee responded. So Britt Edie said, "Internet didn't tell Kenya anything because where is it? All over the internet. Ming told me herself in a drunken night at an event in Miami for a whole hour. She has saved explicit images of me and her phone saved for a rainy day. Very weird to admit to." She ain't innocent either. Can't help we dated the same people. See? And I told y'all, Funky told us that it was because he keep his ear to the street in Atlanta. And it was rumored in Atlanta, this is why Kenya did that, because she's friends with me and Britt have an issue because they dated the same person. Well, me and Lee came back too. She said I wasn't drunk, and what I said verbatim was, if I had given those pictures or videos to Kenya, it would have been the ones I have in my phone of you at that party. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are not on the internet, nor have I ever shared or shown them to anyone. And I've had every phone since 2011. Britt, you're 1 year younger than me, so you were well over age. And this narrative that I'm mad because we dated the same person is complete BS. One of my best friends used to be his fiance, which you were cool with before you even dated him, so stop it. I don't have a problem with you, like I said to your face, and I would never leak or share any pictures or videos of you, period. You had a past, so what? Just tell everybody your whole got deleted and you're married now. FYI. And that image from that video is still on the internet as we speak. Like I said, the internet told your business, not me. Now leave me alone. Well, somebody clearly lying. Somebody clearly lying somewhere. And my whole thing is, if you're friends with this person, Kenya, and if your friends mean with Kenya, and you already admitted to this girl that you had some explicit photos of her or videos of her in your phone, and then all of a sudden her and Kenya start having this random ass problem, and then Kenya just burst out on the scene with this explicit photo of this girl, what do you think the finger's gonna be pointed to? I would think it's you. I think it's you, allegedly. I think you're the culprit behind it. I do not. Those pictures may be on the internet. Who goes to say you didn't put them out there? But at the end of the day, if your friend has these photos that you have in your phone, you cannot tell me she got them pictures. She got them pictures from her. Stop lying. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that shit for nothing in this world. You gave her that picture because if y'all are that cool and y'all are that close, I'm sure your friend called you and told you this girl just threatened me, with her pistol. And I'm sure you gave her the ammunition, or y'all already had it on sitting on ready. And you were waiting for the perfect time to expose it. Now, Kenya did come out and apologize for that, but hey, it is what it is. She without a job, at least for this season. So y'all see how that rabbit hole just got real hella messy. And now you see why I did not want to do a whole video on it, because it's just way too much. Y'all older than me. And I wouldn't do no shit like that. And y'all, please, y'all out there doing stuff like that, you too old for that shit. The girl, Brit, she's pretty. She looks like Nicki Minaj, but she talks like, are we ready? Are we ready? She talks like that. It's so weird, but she's pretty though. Anyway, let's get the hell off of there because I'm over that. Okay, it makes me not even want to watch the next episode because this was all way too much, and I feel like we just went down a whole rabbit hole that we didn't even need to go through. So, anywho, speaking of, let me tell y'all something. Did y'all see the Carrie Hilson interview? Because that's been a hot topic that's been talked about and discussed this week. Y'all, Carrie Hilton did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and y'all know Carrie Hilton has been blackballed, if you want to call it that, from the industry for a while now, for several years. I think what the last album was the Pretty Girls Rock album or whatever it was called from Carrie Hilson. But it's always been out there that she was blackballed from the industry because she made that song "Turning Me On," and that verse was a shot at Beyonce. Now, y'all know that people don't play about Beyonce. That's one thing you ain't gonna do because the Beehive will get on your ass and they will start swarming about their queen. They protect her at all costs. I like Beyonce, but ain't no damn way I'm about to get on there and get the swarming. Okay, we love Beyonce. But at the end of the day, it ain't that damn serious. Beyonce is just as human as the rest of us. And sometimes if other people can get it, so can she. At the end of the day, and we just got to keep it above. I ain't that damn crazy about nobody. But I'll say if she deserved it. And apparently she didn't deserve it. So again, like I said, Carrie Hilson was blackballed from the industry for a very long time. It's been a very long time since we heard from her, and she has finally broken her silence. And I want y'all to, again, she was on the Breakfast Club, and I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, hold on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. I had the ish right there. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go.
It's a regret. It's a regret, but not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't write. Those are not my words. I was on tour. Polo wanted me to do a remix to "Turning Me On." He had produced the record, and I wasn't, because I was on tour with Lil Wayne. I wasn't able to lay anything down. He had been on me for a couple of weeks about we need to do a remix. It's a regret. It's a regret, but not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't write. Okay, so I take off. It wasn't happening quick enough for him. I take off. We fly in, and he had another writer in our camp at the time. He had her write this. So he played it for me like, this is the remix, because I'm thinking I'm coming in to go write a remix to "Turning Me On." Like, the whole time I had been writing concepts, but I come into the studio and he plays me this verse, and I'm like, automatically, I'm like, I'm not saying that. That was my position. So I tried to fight him on it, and I began writing my own. That's what I did with my time there. But I want to be careful with the word I use. It was quite forceful. You know what I mean?
In an executive artist way?
Yeah, in an executive artist way only. Okay, so I take, involving others and kind of threatening my career in a real sense. Like, you're not coming, because my album wasn't out yet. So it was like, you're not coming out if you don't do this. And the mistake that I made was not continuing to fight, but I was in tears. I was crying. I was adamant that I did not want to do that.
And for people that don't know, you were signed to Polo.
I was signed to Polo and Timbaland.
Correct.
Yep. In a joint venture at Interscope Records.
Yep.
And I was young. I was super young. I felt I had no power. I felt I had no choice. But I did record my version, which had nothing like that in it. It was on subject. The song is about men. And it leaked like days after I did it, but he promised me that wouldn't happen. So it leaked. And that was that. And I protected him. I protected the girl that wrote it, who went on to become famous. I protected everyone in the story. So I had to eat that. I had to,
Okay, we ain't gonna play the song, okay? I do not want YouTube to
involving
give me a copyright strike. So we're not gonna play that. But yeah, so that's messed up. she went all these years. She took her career, took the hit, and she's been getting all of this backlash for something she did not even write. She was forced to perform. She was forced to put this song out, and she didn't even write it. And so people started to speculate who actually did this, who the famous woman that went on to, who's the writer that went on to become famous. And somebody hit the nail right on the head. And it turned out to be famed writer Esther Dean. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but she's very, very famous, well known. She went on to do a lot of songs or do some songs even for Beyonce because she signed with Rock Nation. How about that? But she is the one that wrote the verse, allegedly. She wrote the verse for Carrie, the verse dissing Beyonce before she worked with Beyonce. Okay. And when Carrie said that her career was threatened, and the song was leaked, I felt like somebody did that on purpose. And y'all know how sometimes they're always trying to pit those women together, pit them against each other. And I felt like that's exactly what happened. Somebody was being messy behind the scenes, or somebody had something they wanted to say, and they decided to make it a messy moment and pit those women. They'll try to pit those two women together. I'm sorry. But if y'all know Beyonce, y'all know Beyonce is not responding to no BS, okay? That's one thing you can say about Beyonce. Beyonce is the moon, in a sense, right? Y'all ever heard the saying, when the wolf howls at the moon, nobody says anything, but as soon as the moon howls back at the wolf, everybody's talking? Well, think of Beyonce as that damn moon, because Beyonce says nothing. And a lot of wolves howl at her. But in this particular case, and when this happened, the Beehive, oh God, they swarmed down on this sweet lady. She seems so sweet. And a lot of people say that Carrie Hilson is very, very sweet and down to earth. But the Beehive, they swarmed in on her ass. And now, knowing the truth behind it, I really feel very, very sorry for her, because that is not of any doing of her own. And I really think she deserves an apology. She really, really does. But anyway, the people speculate that it was celebrity songwriter, hit maker Esther Dean. Well, Esther came out and she pretty much admitted to
Okay,
it.
so
Look, hold on. So somebody said the writer was definitely Esther Dean. Esther Dean came back and said and did. It was what she said, it was a hit. And did. It was a hit. Oh, she was very, very proud of that. So essentially, you're proud of ruining this woman's career. You just came on here and said and did like it was something so big time. Yeah, it was a good song, but it ruined her career. It cost her whole career. Yeah, you got paid off of it, but again, it cost this lady her career. The people didn't F with her no more. That was it. Carrie Hilson has not been seen about 10 years, 10, 12 years. So you ruined her career and you bragging about that. But y'all know how the internet is. Because Miss Dean came back apologizing. And she came back quick as hell. It did not take long. Let me see, can I find that for y'all? Hold on. Let me get that back for y'all so y'all can see it. And I'm gonna show y'all what she said the first time. And it was bullshit. It was, bull what she said the first time, Hold on. Let me show it to y'all. All right. So that apology did not take long. Now she was bold and did. It was a hit. She was proud about that. But she came back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. According to the Shade Room, songwriter Esther Dean has apologized to Carrie Hilson following her Breakfast Club interview. In an Instagram post, Esther wrote, "Looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I take full accountability." You see how it hurts women, and I'm with Jess. When I saw this, I said, I'm with Jess. Let me go ahead and like that. I'm with Jess. It hurt Carrie. What you mean it hurt women? It hurt Carrie Hilson. It killed this lady's career. The people hated her because they thought that she was taking a shot at their queen, Beyonce. And she says, I submitted a lot of verses for that remix. One got picked and it was co-written with Carrie. So not only are you really taking full accountability, now you want to try to blame it on Carrie. In a sense, it was co-written with Carrie. Carrie just clearly said she did not write anything like that. Looking back, it was childish. I see how it hurt people, especially women. I take full accountability. I worked with and supported many women's sex, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part in it. Growth is real, and so is this apology. At the end of the day, you should have screw how it hurt people. It hurt Carrie. Carrie, I'm sorry I did that to you. That's just what it is. So that apology to me was not sincere because it seemed like you were still trying to place some of the blame on Carrie Hilson. And that's not right. You wrote the verse, take full accountability. And that's just what it is. So then she decided to circle back around the block and come back again with a little bit more. Oh no, wait a minute. Carrie came back. Let me show y'all what Carrie said. This shit just gets messy. Carrie came back, okay? And this is what Miss Carrie Hilson had to say. All right. And she said, Dean, I personally don't think this is our fight to have. I respected you on this matter for 16 years. 16 years she kept quiet and then opened her mouth and sacrificed her career. And attempted to do that again yesterday while finally expressing the truth when asked. But since you're coming to the table, let's be clear. You used the word co-wrote. I rewrote 3 lines in your verse, which was the only battle I won in the whole matter. But you weren't there when all of this was going down and we didn't write it together. Those lines are mine. These lines are mine. Been getting dollars, boy. Go on, get your money up. No, you ain't the only homie on me. Line up. The softest section. Lines about a boy, because not only did I strongly disagree with the unnecessary hateful sentiments towards other women, I've never been a fan of the publicity stunt method. I also argue in my trail of attempts that this verse isn't even on subject with the original song, which is how I even got those 3 lines on the remix. They were taken from the ideas/lines in my phone that I mentioned in the full interview. You chose to stay quiet for 16 years, but coming out only now when you felt a portion of the heat I've gotten all this time. Right. I really wasn't going to discuss this anymore, but in that interview we talked about the backlash of not speaking up for myself. So I just want to finally clear the air respectfully for those who only watch the clip. I suggest you watch the full interview. And there's nothing else to be said. It's nothing else to be said. Old girl did it. And you tried to say she co-wrote it. No, she didn't co-write it. You wrote it. She changed a couple of verses in there that had absolutely nothing to do with shading Beyonce. You wrote that whole shit, and I don't see how she went on to work for Beyonce. Well, I guess she could go on to work for Beyonce because Beyonce didn't really know. Maybe Beyonce and her camp didn't know that she's the one that wrote that song. Because it's all done now. She already did the hits for Beyonce, so it's all done. She got what she was gonna get out of it, and now the truth comes out. You were behind it the whole time. So my whole thing is, were you trying to start some mess, or you were already feeling that way about Beyonce, and you decided to put it in Carrie's song to make it seem like it was Carrie going at Beyonce, or was it someone in the camp that gave you the idea to write that because maybe they felt some type of way about Beyonce, and they used Carrie as a pawn to get the message out there? I don't know. It was messy as hell, and it was very, very wrong. Allegedly. Oh, how long we been on here? 1 hour, 24 minutes. It's 1:13 in the morning. Why am I still on here talking? Who's in the room? Say hi. Who's in here? Hello, hello, hello. Let me know you're here. Who's here? Who's here? All right, so I'm probably gonna give y'all probably one 1 hour 30 minutes because it's 1 hour. I mean, it's 1 hour 24. So I don't want to hold y'all on here too long because I know y'all got stuff to do. Let's go to this next story. I had plenty more, but I think we wasted too much time. We don't talk too much on certain things. Have y'all been seeing Kanye West too? I mean, he is just a hot mess. Kanye West is all over the place. I was gonna get into that, but I'm just not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna waste any more time on that. This I definitely want to get into. Did y'all see this right here? So look what the judge told Wendy Williams allegedly. I want y'all to look at this. So y'all know Wendy Williams is in her fight to regain independence and get from up under that guardianship. But take a look at this. So sad, but who the hell do this bitch think she is? According to the neighborhood talk, things got real wild this week in Wendy Williams' ongoing fight to reclaim her freedom. And from what sources are saying, the courtroom energy was out of pocket. According to TMZ, Wendy showed up in court Thursday for a heated guardianship hearing. According to insiders, Judge Lisa Sokoloff had a lot to say and not in a good way. She reportedly came for Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, accusing her of leaking info to the media and threatening her with sanctions if it happens again. Then the judge allegedly turned her attention to Wendy's family, throwing shade and basically saying they weren't good people. But the most jaw-dropping moment came when Judge Sokoloff reportedly told Wendy her career is over. Straight up, it's done. Sources say the judge's comments cut deep, but Wendy is far from giving up. She just brought in legal heavy hitter Joe Takapina, who's ready to take this battle to a jury if the judge doesn't do the right thing. Who the hell does this bitch think she is to tell Wendy Williams that her Wendy Williams that her career is over? That pissed me off when I heard that. I didn't like that whatsoever. Who the hell are you? But I do tell you what, mark my words, I think, especially she got Joe Takapina, that's ASAP Rocky's attorney that just represented him in this case against, what's his name, ASAP Ferg or whoever that other ASAP was. That's his attorney. I think this man also represented Donald Trump and a lot of other very, very high profile people. But I tell y'all what, by the time he finished running her ass through the ringer, I think between Judge Sokoloff and Christina Morrissey and wait a minute. I can't let y'all go. Because this got a little bit more. I got something else we need to talk about when it comes to that. Look at the letter. The letter was finally revealed this week. The letter that was sent that started this whole guardianship situation. I want y'all to see this now. This is the alleged letter. According to the Shade Room, exclusive details in Wendy Williams' guardianship case reveal that a psychiatrist's letter allegedly played a key role in establishing her guardianship. Court records show that in 2022, before the guardianship was filed, Wendy's psychiatrist, Rami Kamenetsky, wrote a letter to her financial advisor, Lori Schiller. The letter stated that Wendy, who had been his patient for over a year, appeared unable to make reasoned decisions, with her insight and judgment described as severely impaired. A source close to the situation tells the Shade Room that this letter submitted to Wells Fargo Bank was instrumental in the decision to establish guardianship. which stripped Wendy of her rights and isolated her from her loved ones. The source believes the letter reflects a premeditated effort to undermine Wendy's independence. These two sentences from a doctor shouldn't be enough to take away someone's right. This document should never have been shared with a financial advisor or a bank, the source told the Shade Room. It was further revealed that the guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, was appointed from the start rather than being selected from a list of court-appointed guardians. The source claims that when Wendy attempted to fire her financial advisor and manager, guardianship was used as a form of manipulation. They believe that the two were working together, as the manager was later arrested for using Wendy's credit card without her permission. Now, do y'all remember? Oh, let me show you the letter real quick. Look at this. Dear Mrs. I'm guessing whomever. Miss William has been my patient for Miss Schiller, because it was Lori Schiller, allegedly. Dear Mrs. Schiller, Miss Williams has been my patient for over a year now. Over the last 6 months, she has been unable to make reasoned decisions, and her insight and judgments are severely impaired. That's all it took to lock somebody down for the next few years to come. This was in 2022. That's all it took for you to lock somebody millions and millions of dollars bank account down first, then lock their ass down second under a guardianship, where their own son can get to them, the sister can get to them, their father can get to them. Hell, their niece can't get to them. The world can't get to them. They can't even get to the world. This was enough to lock this lady down for all this time and have her locked into a building where she got to wave at people through the window and have phone conversations with people through the window because she, Wendy Williams, who's well known, an icon, a legend, she cannot leave a confined luxury prison. She can't even leave the floor because she has a guardian, and this is all it took. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, no, no. No, 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 no. If you guys remember, back when all of this started, I want y'all to think back. When all of this started, Wendy Williams did a video. So beautiful. She was so beautiful. She did a video. She was sitting, I want to say, in her son's condo in Florida. And she was sitting by the window. You could see the ocean in the background. That was during the time when she was staying with Lil Kevin. Okay. She did a video and she said that Lori Schiller, no, she said to her manager, Bernie. Do you guys remember Bernie from Wendy Williams' show? He would appear every now and again. If you watched the show, you would have seen him, a little short, dark skinned man, but he was her manager. He was always with her. But she revealed that Bernie was, in fact, stealing her money. Okay. She said that. But the people tried to say that she was out of her mind. She wasn't in her right mind. But she said that. She also referenced a judge. Um, what was it called, y'all? Damn, I can't think of. Y'all hold the line for a second, cause I'm gonna find this for y'all. Hold the line. Hold the line, cause I want y'all to see this. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me try. I want y'all to see this one. Cause this is wild. Damn, where is it? It's a video on here, y'all. I'm gonna have to find it for y'all, but it's where Wendy Williams she referenced the the it's a judge. It was a judge back when I think he's since passed on, but it was a judge where they pretty much did the same thing to him. They took him and tried to declare him mentally incompetent. But a lot of people were working together on this, and his son or nephew or somebody went and fought for him, but they eventually got him out of the situation. But I think they stole a lot of money from this man in the process. It was a judge. I'm gonna see can I find it for y'all real quick. Y'all hold the line. Don't go away. If you need to go refresh your drink at 1:24 in the morning, go ahead and refresh your drink. And we're gonna talk about this story because I really want to discuss this with you guys. But I just need to find it first. So give me just a second. Hey y'all, hey, who's in the room? Say hi. Give a shout out. Respect to the law, respect for the law, respect to Allah. Because we need to talk about this real quick before I go. Was it here? Was it here? Was it here? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Y'all don't go nowhere. Be patient. Talk amongst yourself. Sip your cocktail. Go get a refresher. Because I really want to find that video before I let y'all go. Because y'all need to see this. Is this it? Okay. Here's one of them. Okay, here's one of them. Okay, here's one of them. Look. I mean, click on that. Okay. Here we go.
Well, by now you know exactly who Lori Schiller is for me. Not good. I began to ask questions about what's going on with my money. And she's got no answers for me. She's got no answers for me. This is very unfair. Wells Fargo is very unfair. They don't have any answers regarding my money. Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo have no answers regarding my money. Lori Schiller and Wells Fargo filed a guardianship petition because I want to know what's going on with my money. And Lori Schiller and well, by now you know exactly who Lori Schiller is for me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even know I wasn't there. Y'all was too busy trying to find this video because I wanted y'all to see it. Anywho, I'll find it and we'll speak about it. Once I find it, I'll show it to you guys. But Wendy already said all of this and people start calling her crazy. But now that everything is coming out, I feel like it's going to be a whole lot more to come out. And I cannot wait to see when Joe Tacopina, fry they ass and expose everything. I hope Wendy go back and sue everybody because I do feel like allegedly Bernie was working with Lori Schiller. He was working with this Christina Morrissey lady and this Judge Lisa Sokoloff. I think they're all in cahoots together, like that movie on Netflix. Y'all go and watch it. I Care for You, where they take all those people's money. I'm telling y'all, go back and watch this shit. It'll put this whole story into perspective, and you will see clearly what's going on here. And just for a little quick, little something, something, because you mentioned it to your Shabana. Yeah, I found Shabana too. I found Shabana earlier today on Instagram. But y'all know, old girl has been she on surface back out here in the world. What's her name? I want 20,000 or more and land. She has resurfaced and she's been all over the place. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think about this, okay? Hold on. Respect to the law, respect for the law, respect to Allah. Here we go.
law. Respect to the law. Respect to the law. Respect to the law. No, what did I teach you? Respect to the blood clot law. Respect to the blood clot law. I just found out that she's Jamaican. Her country not far from yours. Wait, how far is it from Pakistan? Pakistani is like 14 hours. It's kind of far. From Jamaica? Girl, but that's far. I know, but I'm just saying we all from the same countries anyway, so. I'm with the Pakistani queen. Yes, the Pakistani. Respect to the law. Respect to the what? Respect to the law. Respect to the what? Respect to the what, Nidell? Look, watch husband clean and nice, yeah? Yeah. Respect to it.
So, wait a minute. Y'all hear the husband on the phone. Now, he did an interview too.
You over here eating the fish. Hurry up and eat. I already ate. Okay, cool. You driving? What did I teach you, Naya? Respect to the law, respect to the blood clot law. Respect to the what? Blood clot law. Respect to the blood clot law. One husband, one man for the boom boom, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop it right there. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I do not trust these people. Respect to the law, respect to Allah, respect to Allah. I don't trust these people whatsoever. I think they're clout chasing and they trying to route this girl 15 minutes of fame. Okay. Every time I turn on the damn Instagram, it's always another video and another person in her face got her promoting this, that, and the other. Remember how it was with Miss Netta and Charles? Remember Miss Netta and Charles were everywhere. They were even hanging with the girls from Love and Hip Hop, and then all of a sudden, I mean, they was in everybody commercial. They was promoting this product, that product, this product, that product. They got so used to the fame and this and that other to now they, they got to the point where they were allegedly had the little clap machine. But they looked like they walking out of a hotel and people were clapping and screaming their names, but the people say that was the machine. I don't know. And this ain't for Miss Netta and Charles, but this reminds me of that. Every time somebody gets a little 15 minutes of fame, you have these clout chasers, and some of them are celebrities. They come in, they try to jump in and act all cool with these people. But how much y'all want to bet she dropped when she got finished posting this video? She dropped Onaja ass off and kept on going about her business because she got her shot. And the people already, I don't know this girl, but the people say she a clout chaser anyway. So I don't know. I don't know whether that's the truth or a lie. My point is just not from her, but from a lot of people that I've been seeing online. They are doing nothing but chasing and using this girl for her 15 minutes because they know she's the moment. And that too. Because look how she talked to her. No, what I told you to say. What I told you to say. Bomb the clock that, No. If that's a grown ass woman in her right mind, if that's a grown ass woman in her right mind, ain't no way you about to say no mess like that. What I told you to say, or what I taught you to say, or whatever she said, girl, bye. They know this girl is challenged. Her son already came out and said it when she was over there in Pakistan. Get ready to go to Dubai's and have her baby. with her husband. And now he's come out and started doing interviews. I thought they said he fled Pakistan. His mom made him flee Pakistan when she came because they said she catfished him. But now all of a sudden that she is famous for the moment. Now you want to come out and start doing interviews and talking about you love the girl. If you loved her, she would still be over there in Pakistan with you, or y'all would have been in Dubai having that baby. So you didn't love her. You just like the rest of them. You about to try to ride her for her 15 minutes of fame and get your name out there. The only person I feel like is not trying to ride her wave, the only person I feel like was genuine, is genuine, and gonna continue to be genuine is Shabana. And y'all know I found Shabana online. Let me show her. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Sorry now. I may sing, Hold on. Let me find Shabana. Shabana. Y'all look, I found Shabana. Shabana, this is my team. Look at here. There goes Shabana. I don't want to get that done. Be messing up, Get me hit by Instagram. I mean by YouTube. My page flagged. No.
If Shabana is watching this, what would you like to say to her?
Shabana, I love you, Shabana.
One of my most favorite things was your bond with Shabana.
Shabana, I love you.
Tell me about your friendship with Shabana.
She is very good. She's very funny. She's always on the phone. We got like similar personalities.
Oh shit. Hold on, they might get me for that mute. They're probably gonna send me a copyright strike or tell me they cut that out my video. Anyway, y'all get the picture. Y'all see Shabana. Anyhow, I hope y'all have enjoyed this live. I hope y'all have enjoyed. I want y'all to make sure y'all make sure y'all join me on all my social media platforms. Make sure y'all send me some messages and tell me what y'all want to talk about. Again, this is going to be every Friday. I cannot tell you a time. I'm not going to tell you a time. I'm just going to pop in here. Let's see how many people are subscribed and have hit that notification bell. And know when I go live. Whomever was on here tonight, I thank you so much, especially my Shabana. Thank you, Shabana. That's my team, y'all. That's my team, Shabana. Miss Prada. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody that have watched me tonight. Y'all, I think I'm going to make me another little cocktail, little nightcap, and then I'm going to go to bed. But thank y'all so much for watching. And next week, maybe I'll be earlier. I might even go live tomorrow, but tomorrow I might go live on Facebook and everywhere else. Let's just see how I'm feeling. Today, I think I'm just worn out, tired, over it. I think I was just worn out and tired, and even now I feel like my energy level still ain't there, but I try and I'm trying. So anyway, I will talk to you. I know that's right, me too, Shabana. That's my Shabana. That's my team. That she part of my team. Shabana, you want to say anything? Anywho, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And I love you guys so much for watching. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace. Bye.